King, why don't you introduce our next guest to everybody at home, since you got a nice relationship with this dude?
Yeah, one of my favorite people in the world, the Kansas State Wildcats, the coach of them, winners of 4 straight, joining us now ahead of this weekend's rematch of the Sunflower Showdown. My guy, Jerome Tang. How we doing, Coach?
Man, I'm doing wonderful, King. If I was any better, I'd be you.
Coach, you started off the conference or the season kind of a little bit slow, but in recent weeks, this looks like a brand new team. What has sparked the turnaround?
Oh, man. Well, King, your explanation of a little slow, I don't know. I think we looked dead at the start of this thing. But no, even when, like, in the games we lost early, I felt like we were getting better and we were close. And the guys continued to work hard to practice and have great energy, and there was more buy-in taking place. And, it was just through those losses, we developed a level of humility that made us focus a little harder and care for each other a little bit more and depend on each other a little bit more. And then that allowed us to continue to improve and turn this thing.
Coach, player leadership is one of the many things that I remember you talking about that you continuously preached when I was at Baylor playing for you. But you say the best teams are player-led teams. Which player for your team this year has stepped up in the recent weeks, both on and off the court, to help right this ship?
I think it's been a collective group of guys who have come together and said, hey, man, we need each other. When you look at them on the floor, I would say, number one, Doug McDaniel's play at point guard, taking command and being more vocal, and the steps he's taken defensively has really helped us. And, then Coleman Hawkins has become more assertive offensively. He was always a guy who could do a lot of things, but for our team, we need him to score. And now he's embracing it more. And then, Max Jones has been, he's just a dog, King. He's our kind of guy, King. You want him out there on 4-on-4, keep him out the paint, right? That's the dude you want out there. And Brendan Housen, he's been, because those other guys are doing theirs, Brendan Housen, it allows him to do what he does, which is, hit big shots, and you can't leave him open, which then opens up more driving lanes and scoring lanes for everybody else. So it's a collective thing, man. And I'm just telling you, our practices have been so energetic and so competitive. You wouldn't know it's the dog days of February, because I don't feel like that as a coach, and I don't think our players feel like that.
Yeah, Coach, you cannot go wrong with the armadillo assassin. We all know that, right?
Yeah, you started a new thing here in Manhattan, Kansas, man.
Hey, nothing like being a part of a winning streak. Let's see if that winning streak can continue this Saturday at 2 p.m. on ESPN, Kansas State and Kansas. That's going to be exciting. Round 2 of the Sunflower Showdown. Has to be a good feeling to be back in front of your home crowd playing against this in-state rival. The home team has won each of the last 6 games in this series, so that's a huge advantage.
Well, yeah, rivalries are rivalries. You toss the records out and, everybody gets up for it. It's not going to be hard, to get your guys to focus in on the scouting report and what's going on. Our fans, this game is extremely important to them. As coaches, we're going to say the right things. It's one game. That's all this is one game. For us, it's a home game, right? And you got to control your home court, and our fans give us a huge home court advantage, and so we're excited to be back in front of them, and excited to be on a win streak, because there's a buzz around here right now. But they're on a streak too. They got them a big win against Iowa State at the house, and did what they're supposed to. So, really good team. Bill Self, unbelievable coach, man. Probably the best coach in college basketball right now, and I know there's a guy in the Big East that might want to argue it, but we're fired up about this opportunity, because it's the next opportunity.
Coach, you're absolutely right. And last time you 2 guys matched up, Dickinson had a great game. KJ Adams is now coming back. He didn't play last game. What adjustments need to happen in order for you to secure the win on Saturday?
Yeah, they dominated us in the paint, King. 2 things, right? First, they started off 14-0, right? And after that point, we we outscored them 74-70 the rest of the way. But that 14-0 start, so we can't allow them to get off to a fast start. That's number one. Number two is the paint points. They dominated us in the paint. It was 46-34, so they had a 12-point advantage. And to start the second half, Hunter Dickinson scored the first 8 points of the second half, and they were all in the paint. And so we've got to do a better job of shoring up the paint, keeping them out of the paint, and we have to do a better job of attacking the paint.
All right, Coach Jerome Tang, always a pleasure to chat with us, especially when we get to hook you up with your man King McClure. We appreciate the time, Coach.
Well, thank you all very much. I've been saying no to a bunch of interviews, and but then they told me it was King McClure, and I said, well, I can't tell King no. And so absolutely love him and his family, and so thankful to be on here with you.
All right, Coach. Take care.
Coach.
Thanks a lot. Go Cats.